Hey Coach Bougie, thank you so much for putting all your time and effort into training me in your 4-week program. I know there's catch pro and catch craft, but I'm really going to miss this one. Glad I met you, and I'm glad that I learned all these new stuff. This has been the best extended 4 weeks of my life. And also all your training, and that helped me also get into the rep team, and I want to thank you for that. I don't know if I would ever even made that if I didn't do this, of course. Thanks Coach Bougie, love you.
You know me, Chase. From Australia.
Where do you live in Australia?
Hunter Valley, New South
How old are
Wales. 8, turning 9.
And how long have you been catching for?
2
2
years.
Second year this year.
Second year.
I love it. Okay, have your dad introduce himself.
Hi, Coach Bougie. My name's Luke. I'm Chase's dad. Yeah, we live in dry old Australia. It's very dry. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really. All I know is, yeah, your course has been amazing for Chase. It's honestly to watch him. I was watching his first video that he put up, and to see the difference just from 3 weeks. I mean, he's only in his 4th week, and just from 3 weeks of doing what he does, his transformation's amazing, and I can't recommend it more. It's truly, and you are probably the nicest coach I've ever met. Well, I never met, but I mean, he's ever had. You're very patient, and you take the time to explain things, even though you can do the same mistakes all every day. But you know, it's just really, really nice to see. You know, especially for you to take your time out. I know you're probably very busy, and we do appreciate everything you do.
Yeah, well, thank you. And is mom there too?
Hi. Oh,
You're like, oh,
How you
I
going?
wasn't trying to be on camera.
yeah. I'm Chase's mum, and I'm a stay-at-home mum because I homeschool Chase. And
About the catching course.
yeah, like he's really, really enjoyed it. Like he's actually super sad that it's ending. But when we said there's the next course, he was just like spirits just picked right up. So he's super excited to keep going with this.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. So I want to hear it. Chase, how did you guys find out about me? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure it was dad or my mom. It was my dad.
On you.
Think he saw one of your videos. And he wanted to book me in for a call.
I love it. And Luke, do you remember what platform it was on and what video it was?
Yeah, it was YouTube, and it originally was just different things. I think one was it was the one where you toughen up the catches, where I'm not sure who you're with, but it's that one that one. So that cracked me up, and then I just started watching videos here and there, and then I can't remember which one it was, but it popped up about the course, and I was like, oh, so I went on to the Catching Made Simple website, and that's where we found all the information.
I love it. And what was the thing that made you guys actually say, you know what? Yeah, let's pull the trigger. Let's go all in and let's do this thing.
Pretty much just, I don't know. It was really, I don't know. There was just something about, I think, because we come from a Christian family, and we know there was just something about it was actually when Yaji did that Christmas special, the one, and you mentioned the sign about Jesus. That was like, oh, I didn't realize you're a Christian, but there was just something about just the general way in which you taught and the way your videos were presented that sort of drew me to going on. You know, it was just different from the rest that I've seen. So I'd watched a fair few, and I was like, no, there's just something about the way your videos were, and it just appealed to me. And then I showed Chase, and Chase loved it, and he goes, oh, I'd like to do, you just really enjoyed, you as a person on the videos, and that sort of pushed us to go, hang on. We really want to. You seem like you know a lot of stuff as well. Like you're very good. I mean, from 3 weeks from video coaching is just amazing to see his transformation. So it's an absolute testimony to your knowledge and what you do. So yeah, we just sent
the Australian coach what he said about Chase the other day.
Oh yeah, we also got a shout out by rep coach that he's going to Texas sometime next year with under 14s, and he shouted out and he complimented and said, on Chase's like skill level, he said like this kid's got a big future. He's like, he's never seen anyone like catch at his age that can catch like him, which was amazing. Obviously Australia, it's different to America. There's a lot more in America, but yeah, it was actually amazing to get that recognition from a guy that actually has something to do with the Australian baseball. So that was an amazing sort of a thing of what's that feedback to hear. So yeah.
Way to go, Chase. How did that feel when you got that compliment?
I felt happy.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Okay, I love it. So, Chase, why don't you explain, if you had to tell someone what it was like actually doing catch core, like what was your favorite part?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the course? What is it?
My favorite part,
Stances, receiving, blocking.
I reckon my favorite ever part is the receiving. Oh, blocking.
Okay.
Like blocking.
Why is that your favorite?
It's just, I find it's fun. I don't know why. It's just really fun to block.
I like it. That's the mentality of a catcher right there, if I've ever heard it. Okay, and which one of you guys was the one that is primarily like throwing balls to him and like doing the practice with him?
Dad.
Yeah, that's my bad throwing. That's me.
That's your bad throwing. I love it. Okay. Luke, what's been your favorite part? I'm curious.
Pretty much, I don't know, just I guess it's just like I don't know, it's just watching him grow, I guess, is my favorite, like if that's part. But I like the receiving because I like watching his sort of movement, because he's had that, he never had it before, and then you watch the MLB do it and you're like, oh wow, the way they move. And then to see him make, like, not obviously not to that level, but to make those movements, you think, oh wow, like that's amazing. But yeah, watching him enjoy it and him grow and just spending that time together, it's been really, really awesome.
How long every day would you say that you guys are actually out there practicing together?
Oh, can go as short as like half an hour to, we've been out for like a couple of hours, about 2-3 hours. We've been out in the field hitting balls off the tee, throwing balls to each other, like, playing catch or doing some blocking or receiving. Yeah, so it just varies, depends on my work and when I can get, what time I get home.
Cool. I love it. That's very cool. So you've talked a little bit about the biggest difference that you've seen, but Chase, I want to hear from you. What do you feel is the biggest difference from when you started to where you are right now?
The biggest difference is my stances. I just nail my stances.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
I get into my primary and I know what I'm doing, and it actually is a lot more easier to catch. I reckon from stances, if I wanted to catch from any single stance with the glove down, single knee is my favorite.
Me too.
I do. Yeah, single knee is fun and easy. Just sticking your leg out.
Yeah. Okay, and then Luke, I'm curious, what's the biggest difference that you've seen? I know you've talked about it a little bit, but if you had to pinpoint one biggest change, what would you say?
Oh, the biggest change would be his stances. I watched that video you had him record at the very start. I watched that the other day and I went, oh, like, just the difference in that was huge. So yeah, so probably stances, and then second would be his receiving. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you think about it, that lines up to the amount of time that you've spent working on it too, right? And that's what I've seen happen over and over, is like by the end of week 2, we're pretty solid in our stances because now we've done it for 2 weeks. By the end of week 3, our receiving starting to like really start to have some more consistency. By the end of week 4, our blocking is really starting to be more consistent. But you can make a ton of progress, but like there's a reason that the big leaguers are still doing the same drills that you're doing, because it just takes a lot of reps to actually get world class at it. But so yeah, that makes sense that you would see the most improvement with stances, and then the most improvement with receiving, and then next you're going to see blocking really start to pick up this next week. And so, yeah. So Chase, good job, man. You've done really well. You've made a ton of improvement. You're just getting going too, which is also crazy. And you're so young. Like, you have so much time and you have great energy, dude. Like, some of the best energy I have ever seen. And literally, I feel like I'm laughing every time I watch one of your videos and I have a big old smile on my face. So keep that up, man. That's a special skill that you have. And that is going to help you go very far, whether you're catching and you're helping to manage a staff and you have all the pitchers, because you need to have good relationships with all the pitchers. And so you're making them laugh, you're having fun, or whenever you're done playing baseball, that skill set is also going to be super valuable because people like working with people that they like. So good job, man. I've been very, very impressed with you.
Thanks, Coach Bougie.
You're welcome.